So it seems like you learned Spanish.
Just cabron. That's all. He just said, "Hey, cabron. So you got them giant monsters in a robot. You're gonna be in his brain and you kick his ass and save the world and get the girls. You wanna do it?" Yep. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. And that was it. I didn't even read the script or anything. I just talked with him for 2 hours. And listen, I would do anything with Guillermo. I think he's such a talented filmmaker. And it sounded wonderful. He showed me some diagrams of the world and the Jaegers and the Kaijus. And
Had your co-star, Sons of Anarchy, Ron Perlman, talk to you about Guillermo as a director?
he just said, "Get ready." I said, "What does that mean?" It's pretty ominous. And he said, "Just get ready." And then I saw what he meant. You know, he's got more energy and more passion for the process than anyone I've come across in Hollywood. And he's wonderful, but he is a total slave driver. You know, and like just for instance, it's kind of like a sleight of hand in a certain way. He presents these things like, "Oh, it's going to be amazing, man. We're going to actually build a conport, and you're actually going to do it." And I said, "Yeah, that sounds fantastic," because I was nervous about the green screen, and the less you have to pretend, the better it's going to be. And then I got in it, and I was like, "Oh, can we not green screen this?" I mean, it was horrible being here. Like, really, I'm not even joking. Like, it was horrible. It was like being on an elliptical for 14 hours a day while wearing a suit of armor that weighs 40 pounds, while Guillermo sprays fire at you and 250 gallons of water a minute. And I was like, wow, this is intense. And I was in there for 27 days. So it was pretty intense. But I had a little chat, and I was like, "Dude, this really sucks, and it's not designed very well." And I'm like in a massive pain. He went, "Yeah, I know, cabron. I am suffering with you. My cappuccino gets cold, and my croissant is a day old, but it's okay, brother. We'll be proud of the movie." I'm like, "Oh, that's funny, Guillermo. That's really cute. Thanks for being so compassionate." One of the worst parts of it was we'd take our suit off. We'd be in there 7 hours, then we'd have a half-hour lunch, then we'd do another 7 hours in the afternoon. And we'd take the suit off just to let our bodies breathe, because, we're soaking wet with sweat, and all of our bodies start to wrinkle up and just be gross. So we take this suit off, and then have to put it back on wet after lunch. Oh, that was brutal. Well, first of all, they didn't put a P-flap in there. And second of all, it would take 45 minutes to get in and out of the suit. But then it would take another 20 minutes to get into the contraption. So if you wanted to take a pee, it would be an hour. You'd be like, "I really need to pee, Guillermo." It's like, "Okay, but if you want to not finish the day and then the movie go over budget and then us all be in huge amount of..." Yeah, okay. I'll just pee later, I guess.
Do you feel like that sort of...
I asked the guys if any of them had just peed in the suit, and no one contacted me. But I feel like Idris, man.
With all that water falling on top of you.
It just said, "Guillermo, I'm not doing this. I'm an actor. Dude, I got a stunt double, bro. I'm not doing it with water. I'm telling you, I'm not doing it with water, bro. Don't spray water on me." And Guillermo said, okay, cabron. No water. Turn on all the water." That was great.
What did Idris do after that?
He realized he was a beaten man at that point. He realized he just needed to shut up and bear it. Because the more you push Guillermo, the more he'll push back.
So it seems like you learned Spanish.
Just cabron. That's all.
So you're in for more torture with Crimson Peak, or is that going to be much easier?
I think that's going to be a little easier. That's a little easier. I'm really excited. There's not, it's just such a, it was such a compliment to, right after we finished shooting for him immediately. He told me at the end, he said, I really loved working with you, and you did everything I asked of you, with very little complaints. And I thought, well, I don't remember it that way, but thank you. And then and he said, and I really, really want to work with you again. But I didn't think that 3 months down the line he'd be offering me another lead role. So, it's kind of cool.